ladies and gentlemen, welcome in as we get ready here for some more dirt racing action on Peacemaker Gaming. We have the late model finals here tonight, man. The late model finals, the American Dirt Series, unfortunately coming to a close here tonight for another wicked season of racing action as these super late models hit the dirt track at Charlotte for their final race of the year. And man, oh man, we got a good field of cars here once again. Another stacked lineup of very fast drivers out there on the racetrack as we get ready to go green flag racing here in just a little bit. These drivers finishing up their practice session. They're going to jump out onto the racetrack, get some qualifying in, and there is our series hopeful for the championship, that 007 ride of Jacob Fields, as Fields looks to try to pick up the championship here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in as this is going to be one heck of a show. Here we go, baby. Here we go. A little bit of Friday the 13th racing action as well. Little Friday the 13th. I mean, couldn't have made a better way to finish this one off with a little bit of a Friday the 13th race. You know, that's going to make this very interesting. I feel like we're going to get very spooky out here on the racetrack. We're going to see a lot of very spooky, scary, fast lap times out there, and we're going to see some craziness unfold here tonight as, I don't even know, is it a full moon outside? It probably is. If it's all coming together, it's a full moon out there, and these drivers are looking to get ready to rumble here at the dirt track at Charlotte for the final race of the series. Friday the 13th as well. That's woo! That's gonna feel, this is feeling good, chat. This is feeling real good. Oh, baby, I'm excited for this one. Woo! This is going to be a heck of a show. All right, these drivers jumping out onto the racetrack here in a couple seconds. They're going to be jumping out there for a little bit of qualifying action as you see that dirty number 30 ride. The Mud Duck Racing Machine, Majula C Speed Shop. Number 30 of Dustin Lehman jumping out onto the racetrack. Lehman looking very good. Yo, Caleb, what's good? Ramsey, what's good, my boy? Mr. Caleb Ramsey coming in, showing that love. What is good, homie? How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight, Caleb? I'm assuming you're racing tonight, my boy. How's the car feeling? How's the car feeling? You feeling good tonight? You feeling good? Feeling like a dub is around the corner, my boy? Let's see it. Let's see it. Yo, Susie Dickinson coming in with that like on the stream. Clifford Bellamy coming in, smashing that like as well. Austin Wormuth coming in, smashing that like. What is good, Austin? What is good, Clifford? Mama Bear coming in, showing that love. What is good, Mama Bear? Caleb Ramsey coming in with that like on the stream. Mr. Frank Fonda coming in, smashing that like as well. What is good, Frank? Mr. Frank the Tank coming in, showing that love. A little bit of Friday night fright. There's the 13 ride, that Mud Duck Racing Machine of Caleb Ramsey out there on the racetrack. Caleb looking pretty fast, man. He's looking pretty sporty out there. I feel like that 13 ride's gonna have a good night here. Woo! Woo! Oh! All right, chat. We're gonna jump over to YouTube here real quick. Make sure that we have all of our tags in and everything else over here on YouTube. Got the correct game tagged as well. Man, the thumbnail we used for YouTube, I feel like turned out very well. I feel like it turned out very well. The thumbnail was absolutely fire over there on YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as these drivers finishing up their qualifying attempts, you see that 187 ride of the Diaz Marshall parked down pit side. It looks like he might be jumping back out onto the racetrack here for another lap or two. We'll have to wait and see what he does as he's just kind of parked down there as there's the checkered flag. So looks like qualifying is going to come to a close as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here for heat race number 1 as you see that official iracing pace truck load into the sim there. He's going to see these drivers start to load in right there behind him as we're going to get ready here for our first race of the night. All right, let's save some of those tags over there for YouTube real quick. Woo! All right, chat, let's get it, baby. As these drivers start to load into the sim, there we go. We see them all starting to jump in here now as we're going to get ready for our first race of the evening, starting on the pole in this one. In that 187 ride, that is the DS Marshall into his outside. In the 57 ride, it's that sweet victory VLR number 57. That is AJ Cruz. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 007 ride, that is the D1RT Racing Machine. His teammate right there in front of him, that is the 007 of Jacob Fields. To his outside in the Mud Duck Racing number 81 ride, that is Joey Lamb. And starting in position number 5 in the 83 machine, that is Jordan Dye. And to his outside in the 15 ride, that is the TJR Designs machine of Austin Jarvis. Looks like Jordan Dye in the 8X ride here. It's a pretty slick looking ride as our pace truck going to turn those official iRacing lights off, and we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte for our American Dirt Series Super Late Model Finals. Here, our final race of the season, and here we go. Pace truck make that hard left-hand turn, and we're going to set these drivers loose as we are green flag racing here at Charlotte. The DS Marshall quickly putting that hammer down as that D1RT machine out in front, and he's got his teammate right there on his back bumper. Jacob Fields looking to try to pick up not only another checkered flag, but looking to try to pick up the championship here tonight, but he's got AJ Cruz right there to his outside. Cruz trying to use the high side of the racetrack. There's a couple of the D1RT rides out in front, followed by a couple of those Mud Duck Racing rides right there in third and fourth. That's AJ Cruz with a great run there down the front straightaway. Cruz trying to work in that extreme high side. Here's that VLR Majula C Speed Shop ride way up on top of the track here, and a little bit of contact between the DS Marshall. They're going to go 3 wide as Marshall and Jacob Fields make some contact. That's going to open the door for AJ Cruz to take the lead away. So AJ Cruz now side by side there of Marshall as Jacob Fields slides back, now side by side with Joey Lamb as AJ Cruz jumps out in front and takes the lead away. So Jacob Fields making a little bit of contact there with his teammate, really messing those two up, allowing AJ Cruz to jump up on that high side to work around them. As AJ now leads the way here, trying to pull away with this one, as these drivers are putting on another great show here for us, as we're going to see 2 more laps left to go this time by, with DS Marshall right there in second, but Jacob Fields now trying to work that high side to get around his teammate. Now they're both going to drive it down low. Here comes Fields down through the middle. AJ Cruz still working the high side. We're going to see the white flag fly in one more time around here for heat race number 1. AJ Cruz leads them down the backstretch into corner number 3, down through corner number 4, and it's going to be AJ Cruz picking up heat race win number 1. The DS Marshall, Jacob Fields, Joey Lamb there in our top 4 with Jordan Dye, Austin Jarvis, and Tyler Berry rounding out our field there for heat race number 1. Unfortunately there, Tyler Berry did not jump out onto the racetrack, so we were missing that 7th car out there as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole in this one, and that CFM Motorsports number 15 ride. It's that Majulisi Speed Shop ride of Ryan Flatten. To his outside in the Mud Duck Racing Sweet Victory VLR ride. That is the 30 of Michael Spangler. Starting inside of row number 2 in another one of those Mud Duck Racing rides. It's another 30 machine. That's the Dirty 30 of Dustin Lehman. To his outside in the 00 in that ABR setup shop. Evil Empire Motorsports number 000. That is Corey Bragg. And starting inside a row at number 3 in that Sweet Victory Majulisi Speed Shop Mud Duck Racing number 13 ride. That is Caleb Ramsey. Into his outside in the 73 ride. That is Larry Moody. And it looks like Steven Lindo in the 214 not jumping out here for heat race number 2. So we're going to start 6 more drivers this time as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here with heat race number 2. Is heat race number 2 about to get underway. Yo, Shannon Wood, my boy Shannon coming in showing that love, smashing that like on the stream as well. What is good, Shannon? Shannon coming in showing that love. What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that contact and follow button as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. This next time by, the lights are turned off, the official iRacing page struck, and we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose here once again, led by the 15 ride of Ryan Flatten and Michael Spangler as we're going to get ready set these drivers loose. The pace truck going to make that hard left-hand turn. He's going to dive off the racetrack, and he's going to drive down pit side here, and we're going to get ready to throw the green flag here once again. As out of corner number 4, we're going to set these drivers loose, and we're back to green flag racing. A great start there for our leader, the 15 ride of Ryan Flatten. He's out in front and trying to stretch his lead as he's being chased down by 230 rides right there behind him as Dustin Lehman trying to jump up there and take that second spot on the racetrack as the 30 and 30 rides battle side by side. They got Corey Bragg right there on their back bumper. Bragg gonna drive it down to the bottom side here as the 00 ride trying to take a look down low on Dustin Lehman. Lehman gonna keep that momentum up, and he's gonna hold on to position number 3. Corey Bragg still there in 4th, trying to work the bottom side of the racetrack here. Everyone else kind of starting to move up towards the high side here. See Larry Moody and Caleb Ramsey battle back here for 5th and 6th. Hey girl, what's good, Maddie? Mr. Fletchel. What is good, Maddie? Maddie coming in showing that love. What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? Ryan Flatten out in front, though, as that 15 ride continues to lead the way. Here comes Michael Spangler. Spangler now up into the rear view mirror of our leader as he's right there trying to take a peek down low here, trying to make something work as he tries to work his way up and around the 15 ride as Flatten still out in front, just hitting his marks, doing the same thing as he needs to. Dustin Lehman trying to reel both of these guys in. Corey Bragg back there in 4th. Caleb Ramsey and Larry Moody continue to battle as now Caleb Ramsey sliding into that 5th position on the racetrack as Moody slides back into position number 6 as out of corner number 4. We're going to see the white flag fly here, so one more time around for Ryan Flatten as Flatten out in front. Spangler trying to take a different little line here. He's really driving it in deep down on the bottom side, sliding up that racetrack, but at a corner number 4, it's the 15 ride of Ryan Flatten picking up heat race win number 2. Michael Spangler there in 2nd, Dustin Lehman, Corey Bragg, Caleb Ramsey, Larry Moody, and Steven Lindo rounding out our top 7 drivers there in heat race number 2 as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here. Looks like we're going to jump right into nighttime here. We're going to have to go through a couple of our graphics settings now. As always seems to kind of make it a little bit more tedious with the nighttime. Nighttime it does not like as much, chat. It's alright. I think we need to turn it down just a little bit more. Maybe brighten it up just a tad. Just a touch more, chat. Just a touch more here. Graphics. There we go. That's better. That's better, chat. There we go. We're riding right on board here with that 007 ride of Jacob Fields here. As Fields looking very, very good in that D1RT domination ride as he's trying to pick up the championship here tonight, as this is the final race of the series here for these super late models. And Fields looking very, very stout, but he's got a lot of very fast drivers. They're going to be all around him right now. AJ Cruz, the fastest car out on the racetrack. This Cruz trying to work that bottom side in here maybe a little bit throughout this practice session. Looks like he's working that bottom to middle side of the track, really just trying to get that liner in. Jacob Fields still out there. Michael Spangler out there trying to run the bottom side as well. Some of these guys right up against that outside wall, but some of them really still trying to work the bottom side in here. It's going to be interesting. Going to be some different lines here. Looks like we're going to have a good 2-lane racetrack. The bottom side looks like it's pretty fast right now. High side looking pretty quick as well. So it's going to be some good racing and some good, you know, a couple different lines for these drivers to try to battle around this racetrack. Is going to make for some exciting racing. And I mean, Friday the 13th, man, that's going to make it very exciting right there, man. Now we're under the lights. Jason hiding off in the corner of the pits, waiting for one of these drivers to have to go down pit side where he can make his move on these drivers while they're out on the racetrack making their moves. About to smash on Rocket League, buddy. Oh my gosh, a little Rocket League action, eh, Maddie? A little Rocket League action? That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. It's been a long time since I played Rocket League. That's for dang certain. I never really quite got into it, but I did play it for a little bit. It was pretty fun. It was definitely different and made it somewhat interesting, that's for certain. Awesome racing, some great racing out here, Shannon. Some great racing out here. Hopefully we'll see a lot of these drivers actually being in our Sim 500 series on Wednesdays. Hopefully we'll see some of these guys making their their appearance in that, because that'll definitely make it a lot very, very exciting with these drivers out there. All right, as we're going to quickly make sure that we got everything set up right. Yo, Jesse Edmondson coming in with that like on the stream. Jesse coming in, smashing that like. What is good, Jesse? How you doing, my boy? Matty Fletchell coming in with that heart reaction. My boy Matty coming in, showing that love. Let's go, baby. Let's go, chat. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're also tuning in over on YouTube, make sure y'all hit that like button on the YouTube stream as well. And make sure you hit that subscribe button as we continue to build more and more over there on the Red site. We're actually up to like 115 subscribers or something over there. It's actually been going pretty good the last little while, and we're going to continue to keep on pushing out more and more content. We're going to have a couple uploads for tomorrow. We're going to have a bunch of reels being posted, not only on Facebook, but also over on YouTube as well, as we're going to continue to try to build over there. And, that's our biggest goal for this year. Our biggest goal for this year is to try to get monetized over there on YouTube Gaming. And, it takes quite a bit. We need that 1,000 subscribers. We need that 4,000 watch hours. It's going to take a little while, but we're going to get there at some point in time. And I absolutely know it. As the checkered flag flies here for our practice session, these drivers are going to get loaded in as we're going to get ready here for 40 laps of racing action around the dirt track at Charlotte, as we're getting loaded in for the American Dirt Series late model finals here, presented by the Dirt Company, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here. So you see these drivers loading into the sim. Starting on the pole in this one. He hasn't jumped out onto the racetrack yet. We're waiting for the 57 ride of AJ Cruz here to jump out onto the racetrack. We'll give him a couple more moments here. All right, there he is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, starting on the pole here in this one for the American Dirt Series. Super late model finals from the dirt track at Charlotte in that 57 ride. That is AJ Cruz to his outside. In the 15 ride, that is the CFM Esports machine of Ryan Flatten. Starting inside of row number 2 in the D1RT Racing ride, that is the 187 of the DS Marshall into his outside. In the 30 ride, that is Michael Spangler. Starting inside of row number 3, our series hopeful for the championship here tonight. Another one of those D1RT rides, that is the 007 of Jacob Fields into his outside. In the Mud Duck Racing Majula C Speed Shop, number 30, that is Dustin Lehman. Starting inside of row number 4, that Mud Duck Racing Sweet Victory VLR number 81 ride, that is Joey Lamb into his outside. In the 00 in that Evo Motorsports, I do believe it is the ABR setup shop ride of Corey Bragg. Then we see the 8X of Jordan Dye, Caleb Ramsey, Austin Jarvis, and Stephen Lindo, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly green flag racing in AJ Cruz out in front. Here comes the 15 ride with a little bit of a slider up the racetrack there. Almost gets into our leader, but it's AJ Cruz leading lap number 1 as Cruz out in front, and he is absolutely looking like a cruise missile here tonight in this one. Ryan Flatten there in second, the DS Marshall there in third, Michael Spangler there in fourth with the D1RT 007 ride of Jacob Fields there in position number 5, battling side by side here still with Dustin Lehman, as Lehman up there on the high side. Looks like early on in this one, that high side definitely being that preferred line is now the DS Marshall jumping out to that high side here. He's going to try to make the pass now on Ryan Flatten, as Flatten sticking down low to the bottom side of the racetrack, but it definitely looks like that high side is definitely the spot you want to be here, as now Jacob Fields up there as well. Fields, the high side hustler here, really way up there. He's going to go 3 wide here, and he's going to look even farther to the outside on the 30 ride. They're going to make contact. Around goes Spangler. Upside down in the 30 ride is going to bring out our first caution flag of the evening, as Michael Spangler has to take that Ford Performance machine down pit side here after going for a wild ride down the front straightaway. We're going to take a look back and see what happens here, as Spangler, unfortunately, running out of room there with AJ Cruz, or Jacob Fields. Just goes around, gets up into that outside wall, and ends up on his lid. A tough break there for Spangler. We're going to take another look at this one. So you saw Jacob Fields really get to the high outside there, and they just run out of room. The 30 ride thought he was clear, didn't think anyone was going to jump out there to his outside, at least even farther than what he already was. As Fields really threw it up there, man. He really went to the extreme high side here as he found a run and found a good lane right up against that outside wall right there. Jumps to the outside of the 30 ride, and I don't think Spangler realized it. Thought he had enough room to close up to the outside wall there, and did not, because the 007 ride was right there. We're going to stack them back up, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here. As out in front, AJ Cruz leads the way here. Did see Jacob Fields look like he might have left the racetrack as well. He went down pit side, so Fields going down to get some work done to the 007 ride. That's going to put him deep in this one. We also see Ryan Flatten not out onto the racetrack anymore in the 15 ride, so I'm not sure what happened to Flatten. They're starting to drop like flies here. Some of the gremlins coming out here on Friday the 13th, affecting some of these drivers as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. AJ Cruz into Diaz Marshall out there on the front row as we are back to green flag racing. The green flag back out in the air here for the 57 ride of AJ Cruz. Dustin Lehman trying to work that bottom side as the 30 ride trying to jump up into position number 2, but Marshall with that big run here on the high side. He's going to look for another one here down the front straightaway, but it does look like the 30 ride of Dustin Lehman may have squeaked out to be able to jump into that second position here, but Marshall isn't going to go away that easy. He's going to stay right there to the extreme high side. A good run there, and he's going to take that second spot back. They all continue to chase down that 57 ride of AJ Cruz as Cruz continues to lead the way as he's out in front here, and he's on a Friday night bright Cruz here at the front of the field as he's trying to keep all these gremlins right there behind him as they continue to try to hunt him down. They're trying to stalk him just like Jason from Friday the 13th here on Friday the 13th as Marshall trying to close the gap here, and he's trying to put together a plan of attack here to get around that 57 ride. Joey Lamb right there in third as Lamb has worked his way up through a few drivers now as that Mud Dog Racing ride into position number 3. Dustin Lehman right there in fourth. A good run here for Caleb Ramsey as he's worked his way now inside the top 5, but don't look now as here comes the 007 ride of Jacob Fields as Fields has worked his way already back up into that 6th position. As Fields tries to jump up there and try to snag another top 5 here in his hopes of picking up that championship here tonight. He's going to look down low on the 13 ride of Caleb Ramsey as, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we're going to crank it up right here on Peacemaker Gaming. as saw that right there. The 187 ride jumping out in front. The DS Marshall taking the lead away here. As the DS Marshall jumps out in front, AJ Cruz slides back to position number 2 with less than 10 laps left to go here. You see these lead drivers getting into a lot of lap traffic. You see a lot of damage there to the front end. A Corey Bragg's ride is the 00 ride with a lot of front end damage. Now the 15 ride of Austin Jarvis into the outside wall. That's going to now bring the 007 ride of Jacob Fields out towards our second place driver now as Fields right there in position number 3. He's had to make up a lot of ground, but here he is now closing in on the 57 ride of AJ Cruz. But the DS Marshall absolutely gone as that D1RT number 187 ride with nothing but clean track right there in front of him. He's out in front as you saw that big slider there from the 007 ride. A little bit of payback in 1 and 2 for AJ Cruz is now the 007 ride of Jacob Fields is going to take position number 2 away with 4 more laps left to go here in this one. Does Fields have enough time to close the distance between himself and his teammate in that 187 ride? As Marshall out in front, he's trying to get this one done as quickly as possible, as now he's being hunted down by the 007 ride of Jacob Fields. Fields right there in position number 2, giving it everything he has up there on the high side, really sending it in there deep, really looking for those huge runs off the corners, trying to close that distance, but the DS Marshall trying to escape here in this one as he can see that 007 ride coming up very, very quickly down the backstretch with a great run there for Jacob Fields as he is about 2 car lengths behind him now as he's absolutely stalking him as we see the white flag fly here. Friday the 13th is proven to be a good one as here we go down into corner number 3. The 187 ride out of corner number 4. He's going to close the door and he's going to pick up the checkered flag here. The American Dirt Series Super Late Models finals here from the dirt track at Charlotte as Jacob Fields gave it everything he could, had to go down pit side there not too long ago, get some repairs done to that ride, and I do believe with that second place finish though, the 007 ride is going to pick up our championship. So the 007 of Jacob Fields is our American Dirt Series Super Late Models champion here for our first season of 2023 here with the American Dirt Series as the DS Marshall picking up the checkered flag. Jacob Fields coming home there in second, and AJ Cruz in that sweet victory VLR Mud Duck Racing ride coming home there in position number 3. What a run and what a drive though, as Jacob Fields had to restart this race deep in the field after some contact between him and Michael Spangler. Worked his way past a lot of drivers, had a lot of ground to make up, made some wicked moves out there, and drove that ride right to the back bumper. I think if he would have had a few more laps, I think we would have saw that 007 ride get around his teammate in that 187 machine, as Fields was absolutely hooked up here tonight. Hard charger to Fields, definitely probably a hard charger to Fields. Absolutely, Justin, absolutely, my boy. I don't think anyone else moved up and through the field as much as he did, as he was absolutely a machine out there in this one. A great run and a great drive there for that 007 ride. But man, the DS Marshall doing exactly what he needed to do. Jumped up there, got around AJ Cruz, and then started to put a good distance between himself and the battle for position number 2 there, and I think that's what really paid off for him, working his way through that lap traffic rather quickly, trying to navigate through a lot of damaged rides, as we saw a couple drivers there with the front ends completely tore off and a lot of damage there. We saw a couple drivers get up into the outside wall, and that was absolutely crazy. I subscribe to your YouTube. Let's go, Justin. Let's go, my boy. That's what's up right there, homie. That's what's up right there. Yo, Jared Baumberger coming in, dropping a follow as well over on Facebook. Let's get it, Jared. Let's go, my boy. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. Justin, welcome to the Peacemaker YouTube family as well, as That's where we continue to grow a lot over there on that YouTube channel. We continue to try to grow not only on YouTube but also here on Facebook, as that's our homage right there, man. Where our home is Facebook gaming, but we're gonna continue to try to grow more and more over there on YouTube and continue to build that YouTube channel up with more subscribers and viewers and everything else. Try to get monetized over there. Try to start to put more content and videos out there, and hopefully that can help subsidize some more bills and whatever else. And hopefully maybe a year or so from now, maybe we'll have that opportunity to, hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe go full time, where we're gonna have non-stop racing action every single day of the week. We're gonna continue to have subscriber giveaways and follower games and follower races and some big money races on a consistent basis. But I'm gonna have to try to continue to grind and build that up more and more. I told Jared Bamberger to check it out. Let's go, Justin. Let's go, my boy. That's what's up right there, homie. That's what's up right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna jump up into the Discord here, as we're going to pull in our race winner here in this one. That 187 ride off the DS Marshall, picking up the checkered flag here tonight. We're going to pull that 187 ride here into the broadcast booth. Hey, the DS, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a run, what a drive out there tonight, man. We saw only that one caution flag, but after that, we saw AJ Cruz early on was very, very fast, pulling away from everyone there. You kind of stuck with him for a little bit, and then slowly but surely you started to reel him in late in this one. Around 10 laps to go, you made your move. You were able to slide up in front of him and pull away, and you also saw that you had to know that your teammate was slowly but surely closing up on you guys, as he was flying through the field trying to catch up to you and Cruz, and slowly but surely he got up to Cruz there. As you started to pull away from those two, they duked it out for a few laps, and then once he got around that 57 ride, he had his eyes set on you as he was stalking you there for the last few laps. And I don't know if you knew he was coming, but he was right there at the end of that one when he went across that start-finish line.
Fields was coming. Unfortunately, a couple laps before the finish, I made a mistake. The car got tight going in 3 and 4 and had to let out of it to get it to rotate. But, I mean, I knew it was going to come in the end. He's always fast here, and it's nice to see D1RT on the top 2 podium steps.
Absolutely, man. That D1RT setup shop definitely putting together a great setup here for Charlotte, as you guys were both wicked fast out there on the racetrack, especially late in this one, as we saw both of your Ryans continuously getting better and better as this track continued to change, continued to slick off. And here you guys were at the end, 1 and 2, nose to tail right there as you guys crossed the start finish line. Rather close, and probably a lot closer than what you'd want it.
It's definitely a lot closer than what I wanted, but I mean, it's still team racing, and nice to finish 1-2. Tried to get in AJ's head a little bit, running just below him so he couldn't run that little cut down out of the corners. But, I mean, I knew the line would come in eventually, and it worked, and I got around him.
Absolutely, you did, as you made that move and worked your way to picking up the checkered flag here in the American Dirt Series Super Late Model Finals here tonight. The DS, who do you want to thank for such a strong performance here tonight in this race and throughout the series?
Thank everybody over at D1RT Racing, and you for putting on this broadcast, ADS for putting on the league and series, and I'd like to thank my family for watching me, and my wife for always letting me do this and supporting everything I do.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. Well, congratulations on picking up the checkered flag here tonight. Hopefully we'll see you down in some more of these late model races, and hopefully we'll see you down here picking up some more checkered flags over the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Absolutely. The DS, have yourself a wonderful night, and don't party too hard down there in Victory Lane.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there to our race winner, Thaddeus Marshall, as he picks up the checkered flag here tonight. Yo, Dustin, Mr. Lehman coming in, showing that love, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Dustin? Dustin coming in, showing that love as well, smashing that like on the stream. All right, we just heard from our race winner, Thaddeus Marshall, after picking up that checkered flag, having a good 1-2 finish there for that D1RT racing team. But we're going to pull that second place finisher now into the Discord, as I do believe Jacob Fields is our champion, picking up the champion.
If it isn't Mike Honcho himself, shake and bake, buddy! Shake it!
Before you bake it, a little bit of shake and bake, baby. Let's go, Dustin. Let's go, my boy. Mr. Lehman coming in with the 100-star dono. Much appreciated, my boy. Coming in, showing that love, smashing that 100-star dono. Much appreciated, my boy. Coming in with the big love. All right, chat. We're going to pull, I do believe, Jacob Fields picking up our championship here as well in the American Dirt Series late models, as we're going to pull in our second place finisher and our champion now, the 007 ride, as Jacob Fields coming home here with a good run, a lot of speed there at the end as he comes home here in position number 2, but picking up that championship. Hey, Jacob, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Jacob, my boy, that 007 ride was absolutely hooked up here tonight, man. It looked like you had a ton of speed out there on the racetrack. We saw you have to take that early pit stop there after a little bit of contact between you and the 30 ride of Michael Spangler, but after that, man, you flew around a lot of these drivers rather quickly, but you had a lot of distance to make up between yourself and AJ Cruz and your teammate in that 187 ride. But as you slowly close up to them, you saw those two battle it out. Your teammate jumps out in front as you battle there for second. You had a good gap to try to make up there in the final 5-6 laps. You got right there to his rear bumper, but just ran out of time of trying to pick up yet again another checkered flag here in the American Dirt Series late models.
Yeah, it was wild there. I saw that gap at the beginning and just shot for it, and unfortunately didn't have much room coming out. So yeah, I went to the back and I changed sets right before the feature there, and I luckily made the right call because that thing was hauling.
Absolutely, man. That thing looked like it was absolutely hooked up there on the high side. We were pretty impressed there even before the contact there with Spangler. I mean, I don't think Spangler even realized that you were up there on the high side, as he probably felt he was running that high side lane, but you just went up a whole nother tire track above him there and was able to work your way around him there into his right rear. And I just don't think he realized you were there. You guys made that little bit of contact, unfortunately, kind of just spun him around and into that outside wall. But as he said, he went to the back of the pack, and then you made your move slowly but surely, working your way towards the front, passing a lot of cars, a lot of fast drivers rather quickly, and then he went on the hunt here for a Friday the 13th. You looked like Jason out there stalking your prey as you were right there nipping at the heels of your teammate there in the 187 ride.
Yeah, man, hats off to him. He was really fast tonight. Hats off to AJ. You know, he's always been fast in this league. So always makes it fun, especially, you know, running with a teammate or, you know, running with somebody who runs you clean. I mean,
absolutely, Jacob. I also believe that with this second place run here this evening, that you would be our champion here for the 2023 Winter Series for the American Dirt Series late models. I'm not sure if that is correct or not. I haven't had an official statement yet from Cody or anybody, but I do believe, looking at the numbers, that you are the champion here for the late models.
yeah, I think we got it, man. Definitely got to thank the guys at ADS for putting this on. It's always fun coming over here and running with these guys. They always run a heck of a show. Always have really good competitions, so just fun to come over here and run.
Absolutely, man. Jacob, who would you like to thank for not only a solid second place run here tonight with that rocket ship that you had underneath of you, but also throughout this series continuously having some good runs, a lot of checkered flags, and a lot of accomplishments here in this one, as you guys were the dominant car here right from the drop of the green flag in race number 1 right down to the checkered flag here tonight.
Oh yeah, I got to thank the guys at D1RT. You know, I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today without those guys. Got to thank you for putting on the broadcast, and got to thank the guys again at ADS for putting this on. They do a heck of a job.
Absolutely. Well, Jacob, congratulations on not only the second place run here tonight, but being the champion here for another late model series, and hopefully we'll see you back down here picking up more checkered flags, running for more championships here throughout the rest of the 2023 year. As I'm sure we'll be seeing you down here picking up a lot more checkered flags.
Hopefully, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, Jacob. Have yourself a wonderful evening, and don't party too hard down there in victory lane with your teammate.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for not only our second place finisher there, but our champion of the series. It's that 007 ride of Jacob Fields, as Fields gets it done. Has a great run here tonight, coming home in position number 2. He was right there knocking on the doorsteps of trying to pick up another checkered flag here in the series, which would be an astronomical amount of checkered flags that he's won here already in the series. This time he lets his teammate get one as he was coming home right there in position number 2, and his D1RT teammate in that 187 ride of the DS Marshall picking up the checkered flag. But we're going to pull our third place finisher here, a driver that looked very, very stout early on in this one and kind of slid back there a little bit towards the end, but still a very good run and a very, very fast ride out there on the racetrack for that number 57 ride of AJ Cruz, as Cruz comes home there in position number 3, as he was looking like a cruise missile out there for a little while, as that thing was wicked fast. Unfortunately for him, just making a couple mistakes there late in the race, and unfortunately those D1RT rides were right there to pounce on those little mistakes out there on the racetrack, as we're going to pull AJ Cruz up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, AJ, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
What's going on, Aaron? I got you.
Not much. AJ, man, that ride of yours looked like it was hooked up early on in this one, man. That car was so fast all night long. It's like maybe just a couple mistakes or just a little bit loose there towards the end of this one. It allowed those two D1RT rides to make their moves to get around you there. A solid run nonetheless, coming home in position number 3 behind two super talented drivers like Marshall and Fields right there in front of you. But man, that 57 ride looked like a cruise missile out there for quite a while, and unfortunately there at the end just letting them get by.
Yeah, I was just a couple adjustments off towards the last, I'd say probably 10 laps. So I know where I messed up at, and we'll just kind of move on from there. I was kind of experimenting a couple things with something I knew better, but you never know until you try. So I was happy with it, man. It was really quick to begin with. Like I said, I just fell off a little bit too much at the end.
Absolutely, man. That ride, though, still looking very, very good down here on the front stretch. A solid run, another podium finish there for the 57 ride, and another good way to finish off the series here, as I do believe you were, pretty much up inside the top 3 every single night of this series and having a great run as well, and I'm sure probably up inside the top 3 here for the championship.
Yeah, I believe we managed top 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Jacob, me, and then Joey. So we all finished ahead of each other, so I think that's the way it ended up. So I'm happy with it. It was a good series. If I finish second to Jacob any day, man, I'll take it. Him and Thaddeus, they're pretty quick. So as long as I'm in contention with them, I know I'm doing pretty good.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with second place, but you always want that top spot. And, you can't get there right out of the get-go, and I know that you're going to take this, as a learning experience, and as you said, you were out there tonight, experimenting with your setup, trying to learn some more things, and I'm sure throughout the rest of the 2023 season, we're going to see you down here picking up a lot of checkered flags and definitely picking up some championships in a lot of different leagues here throughout the 2023 season.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, unfortunately, man, you've got to suffer from agony of defeat to enjoy the championships that you do get. You appreciate them, if you lose them like that. So I've got plenty of them. I know how to win them. I also know how to lose them. So we'll just hit up the next one, man, and see what happens.
Absolutely, man. Well, I expect to see you down here in Victory Lane a lot more this year. But AJ, a solid run here tonight. A good third place finish, man. Who do you want to thank for not only your strong performance here tonight, but your strong performance all season long here in the American Dirt Series?
Yes, sir. I'd start off thanking American Dirt Series for all they do, the time and effort that they put forth to put this league, man. It's a good, fun league to run, and it shows. Also yourself for broadcasting. Like I always say, man, I love to go back and watch my races and listen to you call it. So I appreciate the time that you put towards that. Outside of that, all my guys at Mud Duck Racing, we spend a lot of time, just talking and hanging out with each other. So I really appreciate all that. Of course, Magilla C Speed Shop, Spartan Transportation, Sweet Victory Apparel, Say High Performance, Tech 3 Defense, the showroom at Westwoods, WR1, Sim Chassis, VLR, Shiftworks Transmissions, and Just Blaze Designs for knocking all these killer wraps out that I run throughout the season.
All right, AJ. Well, congratulations on the fantastic run here tonight and the fantastic season. Hopefully, you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening and a wonderful night, and we look forward to seeing you back down here in the broadcast booth.
All right, thank you, Aaron. Appreciate you, buddy. I'll see you next time.
Absolutely, AJ. Have yourself a good night.
You too as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third-place finisher here tonight, our second-place finisher in the points standings. Unfortunately, coming up a couple spots short of the checkered flag here tonight and one spot short of picking up that championship. But as he said, man, any day you can come home behind, some of these fast drivers and being in contention for not only race wins but championships with these guys out here is always something very, very good and something cool to, look forward to and be able to do, and knows that he's, pointed in the right direction as AJ very, very fast here once again tonight, looking very stout early on. And then, as he said, there just, a couple adjustments off there late in the race that he needed to make to be able to have that rocket ship later on in the run as well. But we look forward to seeing all these drivers back out onto the track here very shortly. Hopefully back down here, I expect to see a lot of these guys as fast as they are down in victory lane, picking up checkered flags on a consistent basis. And, all the different leagues and series that these guys run, I'm assuming we're going to see these guys down here picking up a lot of checkered flags, as this lineup of drivers was absolutely stacked every single week. And we look forward to seeing these guys. And honestly, we're going to be shooting out some invites to these guys as we have another late model series starting up on Wednesday nights next week. So hopefully we'll see a lot of these same drivers in that Wednesday night series, and hopefully we'll see them out there trying to pick up championships there with the Sim 500 drivers and everything else, and everyone else that's a part of that one already. But anyways, guys, a wicked night of racing action. Yo, Deidre, my girl Deidre coming in, showing that love. What is good, Deidre? What is good, my girl? Coming in, showing that love. The peace. What is good, my girl? What is good, Deidre? How you doing, my girl? Good to see you as always, but unfortunately, a little late in this one as we're almost done here for tonight for the racing action. I don't know what the fellas are doing. We might jump in with some of the other crew there. I don't know. I think they're doing. I want to say they're doing. I don't even know what they're doing, honestly. I thought they were maybe going to do some Fortnite, but maybe they're doing some Among Us. We might jump in there and do a little bit of Among Us, maybe do a quick little stream before going to work for a little bit of Among Us. But unfortunately, that is going to do it here for the racing action. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in, man, every single night of the week, man. This American Dirt Series continued to pump out some good numbers. A lot of very, very fast, talented drivers week in and week out, and I can't thank all the drivers and fans that tune in and watch and show the support to not only my channel but to the American Dirt Series as well. And obviously a huge shout out to American Dirt Series for bringing me on board, not only for the Street Stock Series that we just finished up, but also for this series as well. As definitely means that we're pointing in the right direction, continuing to reach higher levels and gain more and more traction with some more of these bigger series and everything else. And we continue to try to continue to grow more and more and more on every avenue that we're on, and continuing to try to raise and get to the top of the iRacing list for everything, man. We want Peacemaker Gaming to be a household name in every single racer, that it be iRacing or real life racing. We want that Peacemaker name to be known all across the world, and we're going to continue to grind to be able to do that. And I can't thank each and every one of you guys for being a part of it here. And we're just getting started. We're just getting started, chat. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Another awesome night of racing action and another wicked evening of fun out here on the racetrack, man. Friday the 13th, I don't think there's a better way we could have spent it, and better racing we could have watched on a Friday the 13th here in the middle of January. It's cold, it's snowy, it's gross outside, but inside in here at the the iRacing sim, it is always beautiful, and we had another beautiful night here tonight, and I can't thank y'all enough for joining us and being a part of it here for the American Dirt Series late model finals, as these guys put on a heck of a show for us, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. If you're tuning in on Facebook, hit that follow. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we continue to build not only live on Facebook, but also live over on YouTube as well. And we're going to continue to try to keep on growing more and more and more on a nightly basis, chat, on a nightly basis. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out, baby. Oh, what a night. What a run. What a race. Oh, let's go.